Hi guys, so good afternoon. Welcome back to my magical world. It's me, Frostbite, your favorite celebrity here in the Philippines. It's 13:33 in the afternoon. Tama ba? Oh, hapon na guys. So, yeah. Wait lang. Today is August 9, 2025, Saturday. So, our Saturday is for our organizing, decluttering, and well, I'm doing that for a month, pero hindi pa rin siya tapos. Anyways, let's read out loud. I'm gonna read it for you guys. So, we're going to read page 260 and 261 of, again, our book. Alam nyo na yun, guys. Pabaan. Although time, ano ba yan? Parang hinahalo sa food. Although time is the critical factor in attaining mastery and intuitive feels, the time we are talking about is not neutral or simply quantitative. An hour of Einstein thinking at the age of 16 does not equal an hour spent by an average high school student working on a problem in physics. It is not a matter of studying a subject for 20 years and then emerging as a master. The time that leads to mastery is dependent on the intensity of our focus. Okay? So again, number one, in achieving all our goals, you really need to focus. Motivation, inspiration is actually, when you really think about it, it's nothing. I mean, inspiration, yes, could be okay, but when you overall think about it, or you run, ano ba, yung bottom line dun, guys, is it's useless. The most important thing is discipline and consistency, right? So stop being motivated and start being disciplined. The key. Let's continue, guys. Okay, so may konti tayong interruption. Hindi ako sanay ng hindi busy. It's crazy, but I kind of feel I'm kind of missing the busyness. But I know that I'll be busy soon, so I'm savoring this time, guys. So the key then to attaining this higher level of intelligence is to make our years of study qualitatively rich. We don't simply absorb information, we internalize it. So this is the most important thing when you are learning, guys. You have to internalize it para kahit hindi mo siya maalala in your head, it's in your system. So, and make it our own by finding way to put this knowledge to practical use. We look for connections between the various elements we are learning, hidden laws that we can perceive in the apprenticeship phase. If we experience any failures or setbacks, we do not quickly forget them, but they offend our self-esteem. Instead, we reflect on them deeply, trying to figure out what went wrong and discern whether there are any patterns to our mistakes. As we progress, we start to question some of the assumptions and conventions we have learned along the way. Soon, we begin to experiment and become increasingly active at all points in the various moments leading to mastery. We attack with intensity. Every moment, every experience contains deep lessons for us. We are continuously awake, never merely going through the motions. Okay? Okay lang kayo, guys. Wait lang. Ayan. So, the person who best exemplifies this usage of time for mastery is Marcel Proust, whose great novel In Search of Lost Time concerns this very subject. In the French, the word for lost is perdu, P-E-R-D-U. Siyempre, para alam nyo guys yung spelling, no? Which equally means wasted. And to Proust and to many of those who knew him as a young man, he seemed the least likely person ever to attain mastery because on the surface, he appeared to waste so much valuable time. All he ever seemed to do was read books, take walks, write interminable letters, attend parties, sleep during the day, and publish frothy society articles. When he finally applied himself to translating Ruskin, he took an incredible long time and involved himself in seemingly irrelevant tasks like traveling to locations Ruskin described, something no other translator would think of doing. Prowse himself complained endlessly about the time that he had wasted as a young man and how little he had accomplished, but these complaints cannot be taken at face value because he never gave up. You don't need to, you need, it's okay to take a rest, guys, but please, guys, don't you ever give up. Like, the feeling of your accomplishment, the feeling of fulfillment when you finally reach your goal it's just, it's a chef's kiss. So despite his physical weakness and bouts of depression, he continued to try new endeavors and kept widening the scope of his knowledge. He was tireless and tenacious. These moments of self doubt were his way of propelling himself forward and reminding him of the short amount of time remaining of him. He had a deep awareness, a sense of destiny, of an overall purpose for his strangeness that he was called to fulfill through his writing. What made those 20 years qualitatively different from those of an ordinary person was the intensity of his attention. He did not simply read books. He took them apart rigorously analyzed them and learned valuable lessons to apply to his own life. All this reading implanted in his brain various styles that would enrich his own writing style. He did not merely socialize, he trained to understand people at their core and to uncover their secret motivations. He did not just analyze his own psychology but went deeply into various levels of consciousness he found within himself, that he developed insights about the functioning of memory that foreshadowed many discoveries in neuroscience. He did not merely translate, but strove to inhabit the mind of Ruskin himself. In the end, he even used the death of his mother to intensify his development. With her gone, he would have to write himself out of his depression and find a way to recreate the feelings between them and the book he has to write. As he later described it, all of these experiences were like seeds, and once he had started his novel, he was like a gardener tending and cultivating the plants that had taken root so many years before. Through his own efforts, he transformed himself from an apprentice to a mature writer and translator, and from there to a novelist who figured out what to write about, which voice to assume, and how to attack his subject. At some point after he began writing his novel, he underwent a third transformation. Memories and ideas came flooding into his mind. Even as the book kept expanding, he could intuit its overall shape and relationships between the many tiles of the mosaic. This immense novel had a living, breathing dynamic that was now completely alive within him. He was inside his characters and the whole slice of French society he was writing about. More important, he was completely inside the narrator. And in his novel, it's as if we are literally from the inside experiencing the thoughts and sensations of another person. So, kind of like, na-master na niya yun. Whatever he has gone through in his life, he actually like immerse himself into the uh, novel that he is writing. He was able to achieve this effect through the intuitive powers he had gained from close to 30 years of perpetual work and analysis. Okay? So, tagal, no? That's how sometimes it takes a really long time to produce such a magnificent thing. Like Proust, you must also maintain a sense of destiny and feel continuously connected to it. You are unique, and there is a purpose to your uniqueness. You must see every setback, failure, or hardship as a trial along the way, as seeds that are being planted for further cultivation. If you know how to grow them, no moment is wasted if you pay attention and learn the lessons contained in every experience. By constantly applying yourself to the subject that suits your inclinations and attacking it from many different angles, you are simply enriching the ground of these seeds to take root. Okay, you may not see this process in the present, but it is happening. Sometimes, diba, sometimes you don't really actually know where you're going, but you're kind of like in the process. You don't actually feel it, but you are doing it. Okay, like what we are doing right now. We're doing it. We're doing it every day. Okay, so never losing your connection to your life's task. You will life's task, purpose, same thing. Okay, you will unconsciously hit upon the right choices in your life. Over time, mastery will come to you. So push. You can pause, but you don't need to stop right there. You can pause and continue. Okay. So the high level of intuitive powers we are talking about have roots in our development as the thinking animal. They have an evolutionary purpose that is extremely helpful to understand and one that is highly relevant to the times in which we live. Like all of this, guys, what I'm reading for you, if it has already been experienced. Kaya nga, it's really good for us to read the book. Syempre, mas better if you are subscribing to my channel kasi I'm doing it just like a human. You're experiencing a human thing kasi syempre, malamang wala naman sa inyo nagbabasa. Like, nagbabasa for you guys. May audiobook but it's boring. You know that. So, thank you guys for listening and thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. I'm doing deep clean in many areas of my life. So, I'll see you maybe later or bukas na. So, yeah. See you.